Well, what is an epinutritionist? Well, let me tell you. Sorry to disappoint. There is no certificate. There you go. I am an epinutritionist. Credentialed by the Epinutritionist Society of such and such. Sorry. It's there for a interest, clickbait, I don't know. Epinutritionist, as a nomenclature, would suggest that it's a gene expression type term. Our health, fitness, longevity, chronic disease type complex is not dependent on genetics, and you'll find that decades and centuries in the future, there will be no effective genetic therapies, because it's all about the micronutrients, you see. And the reason why I have, in a gimmick sort of way, suggested that I'm an epinutritionist, where more accurately I should be calling myself a micronutritionist, is that epinutrition does incorporate an umbrella concept. Micros are a primary, and yes, secondaries, yes, macros do come in, but as a secondary, okay? And what I particularly subscribe to is there are 90 declared essential micronutrients that all vertebrates, for that matter, require, not just human beings. I am not an animal. We are human beings. And in particular, I subscribe to the whole idea of there's three concepts in our micronutrients complex that we need to take account of: digestion, absorption, and then dependable daily supply of our micronutrients. Did you know that a carrot in a bag, this carrot, then you pick up the next carrot, don't have the same amount of minerals in them? Those two carrots that I just exampled, one might have 13 minerals, another might have 18 minerals, and different doses of potassium, selenium, magnesium. Pick your mineral. There are 60 essential 60 essential minerals. There are 16 essential 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, and 2 essential fatty acids in those 4 categories of micronutrients. Okay, and we've understood micronutrients in the animal kingdom for about at least half a century. We've effectively doubled and tripled the lifespan of our captive animals. We've effectively eliminated birth defects. They're starting to come back in because it's not that cheap, ensuring that we get enough micronutrients, right? And it's according to body weight as well. A shrew, a giraffe, and a human need a certain amount of micronutrients, and a 50 kilogram person or 100-pound person or 200-pound person needs different amounts of micronutrients, right? Yes, and imagine here's a pill, the 50 kilogram elderly lady and the 150 kilogram middle-aged hefty chap taking the same medication. Body mass, you know? So that's the quick concept. So I could get into the weeds, how to make sure we digest our food, therefore releasing the micronutrients that we require to then absorb them, which is 90% done by the villi in our small intestine. If they're damaged, you won't be absorbing. Even if you take a whole bottle of calcium each day, you might just reach what you require to have on board of calcium that day. But I have enough dairy food and calcium that, yes, we can get in the weeds, but it's a bit nuanced and complicated. So there you go. It's about the micronutrients. Yes, the macros come into it, and the macros come into it. How I subscribe to the whole macros is it's very important with the saturated fats part of the micros, the fats, okay? Proteins, yes. If there's 2 elephants in the room, protein is part of quite important. bioavailable protein, that is, as well. If you just have the protein, here's 30 grams and 28 grams of that is protein, we don't really understand how that's releasing and being absorbed in our bodies. The availability of, say, protein, like from an egg, is much more available than the protein powders that we take. Anyway, so there's, as you can see, there's already nuances popping up in this little intro. What is an epinutritionist? Yes, some will say it's now a gimmick. Okay, it's a gimmick, but it's an attempt to get micronutrients on the lips of the health seekers out there. In regards to even longevity, there's a notable book that came out recently. This is 2023. Peter Attia, Outlive, I think it's called. He was in the desert trying to find out how to live longer, and he came to a oasis, the minerals. And he turned back thinking it was a mirage. So he nearly got there, but we have a long way to go. So I consider myself still as a late early adopter. People have known about this for about at least 30 years with humans, at least. So there you go. Epinutritionist. I don't care if you want me to be at your service or not, but it's there. It's there. That is an epinutritionist. All right.